Hi guys, welcome to today's tutorial. Today we'll be looking at top post-UTME questions from different universities, like a combined post-UTME past questions. So stay with us as we get right into it. The first question we'll be looking at says, find the compound interest on $6,250 at 16% for 2 years. Now, in order to calculate the compound interest for 2 years, we know that our compound interest is our amount minus principal, okay, to give us our compound interest. Alright, now we know to calculate amount, we have the formula principal times 1 plus rate over 100 all raised power time. Now, in this case, here we have our principal to be $6,250, okay, our time to be 2 years, and our rate to be 16%. Now, imputing this into this formula, we are having our amount A equals to principal 6,250 times 1 plus rate 16 over 100 raised power 2. Okay, so this gives us amount is 6,250 1 plus 16 divided by 100 will give us 0.16 or raised power 2. So this becomes 6,250 times 1.16 raised power 2. Okay. Now, what is 1.16? If we square 1.16, 1.16 squared will give us 6,250 times 3 times 1.3456. Okay, that's what the square of 1.16 will give us. So now multiplying this, we have our amount. Our amount will give us $8,410. So if we have $8,410 as our amount, our compound interest will become $8,410 minus 6,250. All right. Now 0 cancels 0, minus 0, borrowing 1, 11. 11 minus 5 will give us 6. Now this is 3. 3 minus 2 will give us 1. 8 minus 6 will give us 2. So our compound interest for 2 years will become $2,116. A chord 6.6 meters long is 5.6 meters from the center of the cycle. Now find the radius of the cycle. Now representing this in a diagram, we have a cycle, all right, and this is the center. Now it says the chord, this is 6.6 meters long. So our chord is 6.6 meters long. So from circumference to circumference is a 6.6 meters long. Now they say from the center of the cycle it is 5.6 meters. Okay, from the center of the cycle. So now we need to find our radius R. Now we know that any line from the center of the cycle to the chord is perpendicular to 8. That means it bisects the chord into 2 equal parts. So if this line bisects this chord into 2 equal parts, that means this is 3.3 and this is 3.3, making a 6.6. So bringing out that triangle this way, we have here to be 3.3, 5.6, and we are looking for R. So what we'll do here is to apply our Pythagoras theorem. Now our Pythagoras theorem says that R squared equals 3.3 squared plus 5.6 squared. Now our 3.3 squared will give us R squared equals 3.3 squared will give us 10.89 plus 5.6 squared will give us 31.36 plus 10.89. That will give us r squared equals 42.25. So our r equals root of 42.25, which will give us root 42.25 will give us 6.5. So our r squared will be 6.5 meters as our radius. Our radius will be 6.5 meters. Express 10.010.011 base 2 in decimal. And we know that whenever we're asked to express something in decimal, it means that we should convert this to base 10. Now, in converting this to base 10, okay, we'll now do 10.011. This becomes 0 and 1, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. Okay, so this will become 1 times our base 2 raised to power 1 plus 0 times 2 raised to power 0 plus 0 times 2 raised to power minus 1 plus 1 times 2 raised to power minus 2 plus 1 times 2 raised to power minus 3. Alright, 2 raised to power 1 is 2, so 1 times 2 will give us 2 plus 2 raised to power 0 is 1. 1 times 0, 0, plus 0, 2 raised to power minus 1 is 1 over minus half is half. So half times 0 is 0, plus 1 over 2 raised to power 2, plus 1 over 2 raised to power 3. Okay, so this becomes 2, right, plus 1 over 4 plus 1 over 8. Now, working on this fraction, we have it as our LCM will become 8. 4 into 8, 2. 2 times 1, 2. Plus 8 into 8, 1. 8 times 1, 1. And 1 times 1, 1. So this gives us 3 over 8. So, and we know that 3 divided by 8 would give us 3, 8. This gives us 0 point. Adding 0 here, 8. Now, 3 times 8 will give us 24. So this gives us 24, making 60. 8 into 67, that will give us 56, making 40. This will give us 5. So 3 over 8 is something as 0.375. So 2 plus 0.375 will give us 2.375 as our answer. So we've converted this to base 10. So our 10.11011 base 2 is 2.375 base 10 in decimals. So that will be our answer. If the mean of 12 students' score is 20, the score of one student was added and their mean decreased by 1. What was the student's score? So we are looking for the score of the student that was added that decreased their mean by 1. Now, we know that the formula for mean equals EFX over N. Alright? Now, they've told us that the mean score of 12 students, our N is 12, and our mean is 20. So our EFX 20 equals EFX over N, which is 12. So our EFX1 equals 20 times 12, which will give us 240. So the mean, our EFX, the first EFX is 240. Now, they said one student was added to this and their mean decreased by 1. So our mean 2, okay, and EFX2 over N2, where our N is, since the students were increased by one student added, will be 12 plus 1, which is 13, and the mean score decreased, which is our mean score, mean will become 20 minus 1, which is 19. So here our mean will become 19 minus equals EFX2 over 13. So EFX2 equals 19 times 13, which will give us 19 times 13 will give us 247. Okay, so our mean score for the mean will become EFX2 minus EFX1, which is 247 minus 240. So the score will become 7. And next question says, make Q the subject of the formula and Q minus R all over T equals V minus Q over V. Now, in making Q as subject of formula, we are going to cross multiply. When we cross multiply, this becomes V bracket Q minus R equals T bracket V minus Q. Now from here, we'll expand, open up each of these brackets. Now when we open up each of these brackets, we have it as VQ or QV minus RV equals TV minus TQ. Okay? Now from here, we will collect like terms, collecting our TQ and QV together. This becomes QV plus TQ equals TV plus RV. Alright, now from here we can factorize. Since we have Q in both sides, we can remove them. Since we have V in two sides, we can bring them out. So this becomes Q bracket V plus T. And this becomes V bracket T plus R. Alright, so with this, we can now divide both sides by T plus V. So our Q will become Q bracket V plus T all over V plus T equals V bracket T plus R all over V plus T. Alright, so this cancels out, leaving us with Q equals V bracket T plus R all over V plus T. So now with this, we've made Q our subject of formula. A man invested a sum of money at 5%. After 4 years, he has a total interest plus principal at 6,000. How much did he invest? Now, in solving this, we know that we have our interest equals principal times rate times time all over 100. Okay, now for you to have interest plus principal means amount. Okay, so the amount we have is as 6,000. Now, bringing this together, we know that interest equals amount minus principal, right? So this will become amount is 6,000. So this becomes our interest, which is amount minus principal, will become 6,000 minus principal equals principal times rate. Now our rate is 5%. and our time is 4 years, all over 100. Now we can cross multiply this. This becomes 6,000 minus p times 100 equals 5 times 4, 20p. Okay, so from here, we will multiply, open this side. 100 times 6,000 will give us 600,000. All right, minus 100p equals 20p. Now, collecting our p's together, we have 600,000 equals 100p plus 20p. Negative crossing over equality becomes positive. All right, so 600,000 equals 120p. So our principal will become 600,000 divided by 120. 0 cancel 0. Now, 12 into 12, 1. 12 into 60, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So our principal P will be 5,000 naira. So the principal, the man invested, he actually invested 5,000 naira. If 2, 4, 6, 10, the last term is 90. Sorry, this is 2, 6, 10, the last term is 90. How many terms are in the sequence? Now, for us to find the number of terms in this sequence, we first of all have to find our common difference. Now, our common difference is T2 minus T1, which is 6 minus 2, which is 4. Now, our first term A is 2. We know that our formula is Tn equals A plus n minus 1d, where A is our first term, and D is our common difference, n is the number of terms. Now, in this case, we are asked to find our number of terms, and we are given our last term to be 90. So, here we represent our last term, L, which becomes 90 equals A is 2 plus n, we don't know, minus 1 times 4, which is our common difference. So expanding this bracket, we have it as 90 equals 2 plus 4n minus 4. Okay. Collecting like terms here, we have 90 plus 4 minus 2 equals 4n. So 90 plus 4 is 94, minus 2 is 92. So this gives us 92 equals 4n. So therefore, our n equals 92 over 4. Now breaking it down, 4 into 9 will give us 2, remainder 1. 4 into 12 will give us 3. So there are 23 terms. So there are 23 terms in this sequence for our last term to be 90. Alright guys, with this, we've come to the end of today's tutorial. If there are any questions or comments, put them down in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Click also on your notification buttons to get more updates whenever we post a new video.